His mom, you know, she was one of those. So I said it in front of the song, but the song was produced by Cool and Dre,
Legendary.
which is my homie.
Legendary.
So the song was a dope song. When he come here, if he ever come here, say how you
said-
feel, Rose getting all that money, nigga.
I
Don't
would
do
love
that.
that.
You know dog ain't getting no money.
His mom, she was one of those, so I said it in front of the song. But the song was produced by Cool, and Daver Legend, my homie Legendary. So the song was a dope song. When he come here, if he ever come here, say how you feel, Rose, getting all that money. __. Don't do that, dog ain't get no money. This whole 50 Cent versus Rick Ross beef, well, that stretches back quite a bit, however. It's one of those that simply just never dies off. And believe it or not, it is still ongoing to this day. Just the other day, Rose hopped on a complex interview and let some shots go at Fit. Before you know it, Fitty snapped back at Rose all right. So this whole drama kicked off back in late 2008. Rick Ross and DJ Khaled claimed they didn't appreciate the way Fent looked at him at the B Awards. Rick Ross hit back by diss and Fit on Mafia music, even throwing in an accusation that 50 Cent burned down his house while his kid and baby mama were inside, all to avoid paying her any money. And just 5 days later, 50 fired back with his own diss track called Officer Ricky Go Ahead, Try Me, where he didn't forget to take shots at DJ as well. According to 50, Rick Ross started this whole beef to drum up attention for his upcoming album, Deeper Than Rap. But wait, 50 took it to the next level by launching a cartoon series called Officer Ricky and dropping a new episode every Saturday. Then he dug up one of Rick Ross' baby ma'am, Tia Kemp, and she spilled the tea, confirming that the boss was once a correctional officer. Did you know why? While he was working in law enforcement, he was a correction officer, so we're clear. He was a correction officer. Yes, he was. Hold on now, FY Cent was not finished with Tia just yet. He took Tia and Rick Ross's son to Floyd Mayweather's house. And you can even say that FI probably has a better relationship with Rick Ross's son than his own kid. Then 50 Cent decided to boost T.I.'s talent game. He signed her up, helped release her a book titled Deeper Than Rap, which just happens to be the same title as Rick Ross's third studio album. And guess what? The book dropped on the exact same day as Rick Ross's album 50. Even took Tia on a shopping spree. The boss's baby mama also spilled that Rick Ross's bling is either rented or fake, and his cars are just unleashed. In response, Rick Ross dropped a track called Kiss My Pinky Ring, where he claimed 50 is gay, and photoshopped 50's son's face onto a monkey's body. So 50 hit right back with I'll Be the Shooter, where he went all out, threatened to shoot up Rick Ross's mama's house. And get this, 50 did something wild. He created a character called Pimpin' Curly. Trust us, Curly is the last person you'd expect to get tangled up in a hip-hop beef. Then on February 12, 2009, FY Cent unleashed one of his most chilling videos you'd ever witness in the rap game. He dropped a video titled A Psychic Told Me, where 50 allegedly sent some goons to record DJ Khaled's house and the clothing store where his mother works. 50 even had footage of DJ Khaled's mom caught napping on the job, complete with a horror movie-like soundtrack playing in the background. It's the kind of video that alone would give you shivers and make you think twice about crossing paths with someone like FIO. I got this little poem I wrote for DJ KK. Check this. __. Outright, it's called I Just Want to Tell You What a Psychic Told Me. Your car tires got stabbed out now. I know where you be. I just want to tell you what a psychic told me. I know where your mama house said now. Look, you can see. But I just want to tell you what a psychic told me. I know where your mama work at now. Look at her sleep comments online. We'll never forget this moment. But everyone's saying Pusha is disrespecting Drake is the worst thing they ever seen someone do. 50 was ruthless. This is the most genius disc 50 ever did. Now this beef took another wild turn when FYs got hold of a sex tape teeter. In another one of Rick Ross, Baby Unlonia 11, he didn't just stop there. Bitey posted the sex tape on the internet, providing his own commentary throughout the entire video. But Fitty surely didn't anticipate what would happen next. On February 25th, 2010, Lonia sued 50 Cent for releasing her sex tape. The case dragged on in court for about 5 years before finally wrapping up in July of 2015, and BTS came out on the losing end. The court ordered 50 to shell out $5 million to Lonia for the sped tape and an additional $2 million for punitive damages. But if you think 50 would just hand over $5 million without a fight, well, you've got it all twisted. So 50 Cent pulled a move that no one saw coming instead of coughing up the $5 million to Lon Levin. Just 3 days after losing the case, 50 Cent filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. But let's get real here. You really think 50 Cent was genuinely broke? Chapter 11 bankruptcy isn't called reorganization bankruptcy for nothing. It basically just means that a business owner or a creditor is drowning in debt, and filing for Chapter 11 allows them to reorganize their finances and settle the debts they stacked up. So 50 basically claimed that he didn't have the cash to pay Lonia the $5 million. But if you really think about it, this guy basically played the system. The day after filing for bankruptcy, this supposedly broke man was spotted partying at the Ace of Diamonds strip club in West Hollywood. And to add some spice, 50 Cent mocked his own situation by posing with a smart car and then taking another picture with stacks of cash, arranging them to spell out the word broke. Classic 50 move. Right? Cent delivered some of his most comical lines you'll ever hear in the courtroom when he asked about his Lamborghinis, Rolls Royces, Bentleys, and the fleshy bling he flaunts on social media. 50 spilled the beans. Turns out they were all rentals. He even drew a parallel to music videos where you see fancy cars. But once the director yells cut, those cars head straight back to the dealership. Then he dropped the bomb that he only rocks 3 gold chains, and he likes to transform them into a new piece now. And then as for the diamond-studded Rolex, according to 50, the only rocks he's sporting are on his CIO shock. In his defense, 50 explained to the jury that hip-hop culture is all about aspiring to greater things, despite Forbes estimating 50's net worth at $155 million. 50 Cent insisted he's only worth $4 million. Why? Because, as he put it, he just made 10 cents from the 38 million albums he sold, raking in a grand total of $3.8 million. Classic 50 spent in the narrative in his unique style. In the end, Fent did pony up the $5 million to Lonan, but here's the twist: it didn't exactly come straight from his bank account. He took legal action against his former law firm, suing them for a past case related to SMS headphones that he lost. 50 asserted that the law firm botched the case, and he emerged victorious with a whopping $14.5 million settlement. And you sussed it right, that 14.5 was the sum he eventually used to settle the debt with Rick Ross's baby mama, paying her $5 million. That's some strategic legal maneuvering on 50's part. But the tensions between 50 and Rose are far from coming to a stop. More recently, Rose did an interview, and boy, did he make sure to make the world know that there's still bad blood between him and 50. So Meek Mill and Rick Ross swung by Complex's 360 with speedy chat about their upcoming joint project, Too Good to Be True. In the interview, the rappers of Shaq and Co-Fame delved into their infamous feuds. And it seems Rick Ross didn't see an end of this beef with 50 anytime soon. Speedy brought up one of the verses from Ross's 2017 track Apple of My Eye, where he whops, "I told Meek I wouldn't trust Nicki. Instead of beefing with your dog, you just give him some distance," referencing Meek Mill's ex Nicki Minaj. That was a real line, Ross confirmed. And what I was referring to was really at the time Meek and Drake having differences. During that period, Mill found himself embroiled in a major rap beef in 2015 when he accused Drake of having a ghostwriter, leading to 3 diss tracks and some of Mill's crew confronting Drake at his Philly concert. Fast forward to the release of Apple of My Eye a year later. They buried the hatchet, even performing together on stage, reflecting on the reconciliation. Speedy asked Ross about a potential resolution with FY sent, to which Ross responded, I doubt it. Meek chimed in conveying Ross's prediction that his beef with Drake would be okay. But he doesn't hold the same hope for Ross and VY. They getting so rich, Meek noted, before Ross interjected, no, he not. Meek corrected himself, saying Ross getting so rich. I don't even think that's a smart investment to be with anyone. Meek aimed to keep things respectful since he had no issues with Fitty, but Ross seemed ready for confrontation, asserting, and I ain't gotten no jobs for him or nothing. When the host mentioned that Fitty doesn't need a job, Rick Ross fired right back, saying I'm sure he do. Ross later added, I'm on, homie, he ain't getting no money. And his mom, she was one of those. So I said it in front of the song. But the song was produced by Co and Dre, so the song was a dope song. You know what I'm saying, I can tell you, but I'm a __. On homie, he ain't getting no money. Keep laughing, 'cause it's funny when he come here. If he ever come here, say how you feel Rose getting all that money. __. Rick Ross is definitely keeping the Cold War alive with Picent. Plus, to make matters seem even more grim than before, Rose made it quite clear that there's no chance of the two ever making up their relationship. So far, Scent has not clapped back as he's too busy touring around Europe. But nothing goes by Fitty unnoticed, so we'll be expecting something from his end. Soon enough, at the end of the day, this feud between Rick Ross and Fent stands as